Brought to you by Wall Street Prison Consultants.
Hi, I'm Olivia, a custody advisor at Wall Street Prison Consultants. Today we're going to discuss federal drug conspiracies. Drug conspiracy charges are particularly notorious for their breadth and potential severity. The core premise of a conspiracy charge is that two or more individuals agreed to commit a crime, in this context, a drug-related offense. The weight of the law doesn't only fall upon those who actually traffic or distribute the drugs, but also extends to those merely involved in the planning or agreement. Federal drug conspiracies, as laid out in 21 U.S.C. Section 846, is an agreement between two or more people to commit a drug-related crime, even if the crime never takes place. The elements of a drug conspiracy charge include the intent to distribute or traffic controlled substances. No overt act like a drug sale is needed for a conspiracy crime to be committed. All that's needed is an agreement to sell a certain quantity of drugs for a certain price. What makes drug conspiracy charges formidable is their broad reach. You don't need to be caught with drugs in your possession to be ensnared. Mere participation in the conspiracy is sufficient for a conviction. Even those that had a minor role, such as taking a phone call or passing a message, can face the same maximum penalties as the primary actors. The penalties for a federal drug conspiracy are determined by the type and quantity of drugs involved. For instance, if one is charged with conspiring to distribute 5 kilograms of cocaine or 100 grams of meth, they would face the same potential penalty as someone who actually distributed that amount. Sentencing penalties under the U.S. sentencing guidelines can range from fines to life imprisonment, with certain quantities triggering mandatory minimum sentences. Consider Jane, a college student, who knows that her roommate, Alex, sells marijuana. One day, Alex asks Jane if she could drive him to a location to meet a friend. Jane agrees, suspecting that Alex might be making a sale, but not entirely sure. Upon arrival, Alex meets his friend, exchanges a package for money, and returns to the car. Unbeknownst to both, the entire transaction is observed by undercover federal agents. Later, when arrests are made, Jane finds herself charged with conspiracy. While she never handled the drugs, nor profited from their sale, her knowledge and assistance in facilitating the transaction implicates her in the conspiracy. Federal drug conspiracies underscore the profound importance of understanding one's actions and associations. Even those who believe they are playing a minor role, or are indirectly involved, can face severe legal repercussions. The law's broad reach ensures that all who participate, regardless of their role's depth, can be held accountable. As such, it serves as a cautionary tale. Being on the fringes of a drug operation does not exempt one from the full force of federal prosecution. For more information on the consequences of a federal drug conspiracy, you should contact a prison consultant. Now, let's talk about Wall Street Prison Consultants. Hiring Wall Street Prison Consultants when facing federal criminal charges can provide valuable support and guidance through a complex and intimidating process, and help defendants take advantage of programs offering substantial early release. Here's why someone in this situation might consider hiring them. While there's no shortage of criminal defense attorneys to represent defendants in the courtroom, most attorneys' knowledge of custody ends at the prison gates, leaving clients to fend for themselves after the judge renders sentencing. According to legal statistics, 97% of those charged are convicted, with thousands of white-collar defendants sentenced to federal prison each year, the majority being first-time offenders clueless what to expect upon entering custody. Wall Street's services begin long before a defendant even goes inside, and continues after release. Depending on when retained, they guide clients through indictment, trial, pleas, sentencing, and prison survival, all the way through supervised release. By using their services, clients develop an edge when dealing with their lawyers. Wall Street takes the mystery out of the judicial court process by educating clients with easy-to-understand step-by-step explanations on federal criminal statutes, indictments, and how it applies to them, so they can make educated decisions about their case and understand the ramifications of a criminal trial versus taking a plea agreement. As I'm sure you're aware, prisons can be dangerous places, and having knowledge about prison policies, early release programs, medical care, inmate jobs, dealing with gangs, staff interactions, and the basic politics surrounding incarceration are the keys to surviving successfully and returning home safely. Many defendants are often confused listening to lawyers, friends, and family members about what will happen to them and whether hiring a prison survival consultant is helpful at all. While others may have opinions, they are typically not qualified opinions. And once sentenced, it's the defendant's freedom and safety at stake, with everyone else's well-meaning opinions being worthless. When going to prison, knowledge is key, and hiring a prison consultant with facts instead of uninformed viewpoints can be the difference between early release and spending unnecessary time in custody. Wall Street prison consultants have detailed knowledge of both the federal legal system and the inner workings of the federal prison system. Their expertise can demystify the process for defendants and their families and help them prepare for what lies ahead by offering strategies and advice on how to reduce sentencing length through various legal channels and inmate programs, focusing on aspects legal teams might overlook. If a prison sentence is unavoidable, Wall Street prepares defendants for the realities of prison life, teaches them survival tactics, and helps with the emotional transition from freedom to confinement, as well as securing designation to a preferred facility that meets an inmate's needs and aligns with their specific security level or health requirements. Wall Street offers support in planning for life after release, including supervised release requirements and re-entry into society, and doesn't make false promises, but provide a realistic view of the situation and what can be done to mitigate it. While they are not lawyers, they often work in conjunction with legal teams to make sure that all aspects of the defendant's situation are being considered and offer more personalized and continuous support compared to a legal team, especially during the post-trial and imprisonment stages. In essence, they can provide comprehensive support tailored to the unique needs and challenges faced by someone charged with a federal crime, and help them navigate through both the legal and prison systems. It's a specialized service that can add an extra layer of support and guidance that complements the legal defense, but doesn't replace the need for competent legal representation. For more information, contact the director and founder of Wall Street Prison Consultants, Larry Levine, at 213-948-1069, or by email at help@wallstreetprisonconsultants.com. Or visit us on the web at wallstreetprisonconsultants.com.